Welcome back to Kevin Savage TV. My name is Kevin Savage, and today we're going to look at a little effect rack that I've been playing around with. I'm going to offer it for free. It does require that you own the Kilohertz plugins as well as Portal by Output. So just keep that in mind. But I am going to make it available for free. You should be able to find the free download in the description box below on how to get that. But this is what I'm calling the Kevin Savage Sound Mangler, and the goal is to make just really nasty sounding sounds by flipping a kick drum. So let's hop into Abelton and check it out. All right, so we are in Abelton, and I just wanted to go ahead and show you this rack I've been building. I really enjoy building racks. I hope that you've had a chance to check out my Peekaboo bass shaper effect rack. It's available for free download. Check out that video. I've made two versions of that, really trying to kind of fine tune it. This one is still kind of a work in progress, but you should be able to find how to download this in the description box below. Basically, so we've got this basic rhythm drum pattern. All right. And the idea is to basically flip a kick drum, which I have right here, into something more interesting. So let's go ahead and check it out. So basically, we have our kick pattern, and then we have this rack. So here we go. All right. So basically, we've got on this rack, we've got reverb. This is the dry wet. You can adjust the decay. Make some really interesting long reverb tails you can get with that. Then we've got a warp. This kind of just changes the tones and textures, right? Because right, I tend to like it around 50. Then we've got grime. Right? And then we've got Purify. Now, Purify is attached to the vocoder, and basically what this does is allows us to turn this to this. Right? And what it does is it smooths and polishes out the track, which is why I call it Purify. It kind of almost reminds me of these angelic sounds. And then we've got Curse, which really just beefs up the distortion. You can get some really cool artifacts, really smash that, maybe add a soft clipper on it. And then if you wanted to kind of take these long sounds and sharpen them, we've got Sharpen Curse. And then, of course, you can Purify, which is like both pure but also a little distortion-y. And then we have Chunky. Just kind of adds a little bit to it if we take this down. Just kind of adds a little beef. But what's cool about that is we can, we can turn this kick drum into this like interesting sound. We got this other mid bass that I've got over here. This time I use a MIDI, so you can use it with MIDI, which allows you to adjust the tone a little bit. Attach them two together. Let's turn these guys on. Right? And if you dive into this rack, I mean, you've got a bunch of different signal chains, right? If we were to eliminate some of them, that's the top, mid, low, and deep artifacts. We'll touch on this a little bit later. But keep in mind, I mean, this does become a little CPU heavy because we've got just a bunch of different plugins that are not just Ableton plugins. So as I said, I think earlier, you will need to own Kilohertz, like their all access pass, or specifically own Kilohertz, the filter and the distortion and the Fatuator I think I have on here. So just, you know, there is going to be some kilohertz stuff that you need, as well as Portal by Output. But by piecing all those pieces together, we're able to get this interesting sound. Now, finally, we have this low artifacts, which, as you can see, it's soloed down here. And basically what that does is it's these, like, interesting different sounds. Right, so what would be cool with that is to just kind of like find sounds that you like, freeze it, or have this audio track being sampled into another audio track where you just kind of mess around with the warp sound, then chop it up and throw in your dubstep or rhythm mix. I think this is a great rack to play around with for dubstep, rhythm, left field bass, any of those weird bassy sounds. This could definitely, this with maybe some OTT, which I don't have on here right now, can really just make a unique additional sound to add to your mix. Maybe mix it around with the Peekaboo effect rack, based on what sounds you get from that. Now keep in mind, you do need to use a kick with this. I've noticed like claps and snares and other bass sounds don't quite do this rack justice, but if you toss in the toss a kick, be really any kick, you know, different kicks are going to add different tones and textures, especially if you tighten them or if they're really long kicks. But honestly, just play around with this, have fun. It's free. I love making these free effect racks. If you look in the description box below, it's going to walk you through how to download this. And hopefully this will add some unique charm to your tracks. So make sure to hop down below and download this free effect rack, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.